Hey, welcome to another episode of Sticky Situation. Glad you could be here with me today. On today's episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go over how to fix the cement when you had to put in plumbing into an old building. So not the original plumbing. So I'm going to show you what I've done here. I had to put a new bathroom in this office building. And so in order to put that in, I had to connect to the main sewer line and then cut out a bunch of concrete in order to get this little teeny thing. So it looks like there's not much to do here, but really it was a very long and grueling process because I had to cut the concrete, dig it out, and put it all in and get ready for the plumbing part. So I'm going to show you the trench I had to dig and all the concrete stuff that I have to fill on it. So let me give you a quick look at that and show you where it goes and where it came from and where it's going to. So this one right here is the toilet for the bathroom, right? So we've cut it backfilled a little bit. We had to dig out and it went underneath this wall all the way into this room right here. So then I had to connect all the plumbing in around here, so I had to make sure I did that. But I had to cut out the concrete all the way along here, and then originally there was just a regular drain here because this is a utility closet, but that drain was old and rusted, and so I ended up breaking out the concrete here. I'm gonna have to recut along this edge here because I had it cut, but we needed to move it over a little bit more, so we just, in a hurry to get the plumbing in, I just busted it out with the jackhammer. So I'm gonna have to come back through and cut that square. And then it comes under the wall here, goes all the way through here and around. I did have this whole part cut off nice, but there was a crack in the concrete, and as we were putting the plumbing in, that whole piece right there just chunked off. So now I have to recut this line to make it flush. One of the reasons you want to do that is because if I'm trying to get the concrete to get in these little edges, it's going to be a lot harder to get it smooth and even. So if you cut it off square with a saw, it makes it nicer to just blend it in there, and you don't have this jagged little edge going along here, so when I'm smoothing it out, it'll be easier. So I'm going to cut that one off, square it up, and then finish chopping this one so I can break this piece off and then square all that up in there as well too. So the main trunk line for this went down through under this wall, and it's about 3 feet under there into the main line. Originally I was hoping the main line would just be right there, so I dug out there first and dug a little bit. Didn't hit it because there's 2 bathrooms just on the other side of here. So I thought maybe they branched off and then the sewer line was right out through here, but it's actually 3 feet back and then heads in the opposite direction. So that was a lot of digging down underneath there and then digging underneath right here. So we put the pipe in now and kind of pack the dirt back in around it. So what I'm going to do next is I have to put the dirt back up to where I can pour the concrete on top of it. So all the plumbing's in now. It's ready to go. I just need to pour the dirt that I took out back in on top, pack it down, and then I can pour that layer of cement on top. So let's get started with putting dirt back in the hole. Okay, so on this one I want to put it in. You want to pack it down real good so you don't have any compression on your concrete once you put it in there. I don't know, maybe there's other people that do this other way. What I'm going to do, because I also have the problem of getting it back in underneath this wall, because you have to get it down underneath. So I'm going to pour some water in here so it gets nice and wet. The water will help compact it. Then I can let it sit there and then pour a little bit of extra on top because I want to have my 4-inch slab around here when I'm done. So let me get some water and pour it down in there. Now, the tough part about these ones is you can't really fit your compactor down in there, so I'm going to have to do it by hand using whatever flat object or tool I have. So once this water kind of settles into that, then I can keep packing it down a little bit more, put a little bit more dirt, pack it down a little bit more. Doesn't have to, I mean, this hole's not big, there's not going to be a lot of weight on it other than the toilet, but the toilet will be supported by it. The concrete slab shouldn't sink down in on this one, but I want to make it tight just in case, because better safe than sorry. I also like to put in a bunch of the old concrete chunks in there just to stabilize it a bit more. Some people pour gravel down in there as well, because your next layer is going to be concrete anyway. Now, if this was a bigger piece, I'd put a bunch of rebar and stuff in there, but right now it shouldn't matter because it's too small piece, not supporting a lot of weight. Nobody's going to be driving on it, so we should be fine with just this for a patch. Okay, for this pour, I'm just going to do a dry pour, which means I'm just pouring the cement in there and mixing it right in the hole. So it's dry now, and I got it as flush as possible. This is why you want to square your cuts along there, because it just ends up being so much more flush on that one. So this is really smooth now. When we put the tile down over it, you're not even going to notice it. It's going to be nice on that one. So this is done. That's easy. Let's go work on the other ones. So I got the edges all cut on this one, and filled it in, so it's ready for cement. This is my last big one. I've got one other little piece that I have to do where it connects to the main sewer line in the bathroom. But aside from that, we're ready to put cement in here and finish this little piece up. So I'm excited about that, because once I get this done, I can build a kitchen and have a break room. Okay, so this is where it connects into the main sewer line. We're about 3 feet over from the wall over there. So I had to dig the hole from that side of the wall all the way over to here. I didn't want to break up this bathroom tile, but I didn't have any choice because there's no way we're replacing that without it done in there. So that is the last piece of the puzzle down in there. Got it all connected now. So time to backfill it. Oops. I don't have enough dirt. Have to go get some more. That's gonna do it for this episode of Sticky Situation. I got most of the tunnel done. I got that last little bit of the sewer line main, but yeah, you don't want to see that. You've seen enough. So that's pretty much what I do to patch a hole. So if I have to run new plumbing and old concrete, just chopping it up and pouring out the new concrete. Nothing special, but it does take a little bit of time to fill it all back in. Then I'll go back over. If there's any high spots, I'll buff them down, but for the most part, since I cut the lines nice and clean in there, it came out real smooth. So anyway, thanks for coming along and watching me on this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. We're always grateful to have more people watching this stuff. So anyway, thanks for coming along, and we will see you on the next one.